Hi there, we're still working on solving multi-step equations. These starred ones are some very special equations that have kind of crazy answers. And I just wanted to show you an example of them and what to do when you get there, because the checks don't work for them. And just a little bit more practice so that by the time you're done this, you're going to be an amazing mathematician and nothing is going to scare you. So let's get started. So I want to simplify this side as much as I can. This negative, whoops, fingers in the way. This negative here might confuse people, but if you like, you can just put a -1 in there, and then you're going -1, and you can use it as your distributive property. So -1 times 1 is -1. -1 times 7x. Okay, so this is what I did first, -6. I'm going to do one step at a time. Now that part's done, so now I'm going to do the multiplication here. -1 minus 7x minus 6 times -7 is plus 42. And -6 times -x is plus 6x is equal to 36. -1. Now, let's see, gotta collect some terms here. There's some x's and there's some x's. So we can put these together. Now, notice, we're not adding the opposite or anything. They're on the same side. So we're just putting them in a pile and organizing them. So -7 and plus 6 is going to give me -1x. You don't need the 1, but I wrote it there. It's not going to hurt you. -1 plus 42 is equal to 36. Now put these two together. -1x minus 1 and 42 is going to give me plus 41 is equal to 36. Now let's move our 41 over. -1x. Gonna get out the handy dandy calculator. Careful here. 36 minus 41. Got to get them in order. It should be negative. Oh, goodness. I used a calculator on that. I'm embarrassed. -5. Now, we're not done here because it's a negative up in front. So we need to divide by -1, divide by -1. X is equal to 5. And there we go. Ta-da! Now, these ones with the stars, this has got to, I don't remember what it is, but I know the answer is weird. So let's work through it and see what happens. So I can't do anything on this side. So 5x minus 3, so you break it down. Here, I can do my distributive property. So 4 times x is 4x. 4 times 2 is 8 plus x. And in case you're wondering, that little star was just there to remind me that this was a weird question. It has nothing to do with math. 4x plus x is 5x and plus 8. And we get that. Now, if we move our variables to one side, so -5x minus 5x, that's going to give me -3 is equal to 8. My variables all disappeared. So what does that mean? I'm pretty sure that means there's no way we can make this equation work. How do I know? Well, because it just got weird at the end and my variable all disappeared. So no matter what my variable is, it's never going to work. Let me just show you. Let's pick a number. Let's pick 2. Let's pretend that's our answer. So we go 5x minus 3 is equal to 4 times x plus 2 plus x. If we put a 2 in there, 5 times 2 minus 3 is equal to 4. 2 plus 2 plus 2. 5 times 2 is 10 minus 3. 4. We're still doing bed math here. 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 2. 7 is equal to 16 plus 2. 16 and 2 is 18. Now I'm going to run out of time. I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, well, let's pick another number. Let's pick 5. Now I'm plugging it in. 25 minus 3 is equal to 4. This is already not looking good. 5 and 2 is 7 plus 5. 25 minus 3 is 22. It's equal to 28 plus 5. 22 is equal to 33. No, no. So it doesn't matter what number you pick. It's never, ever going to work. You can choose decimals. You can choose negatives. It's never going to work. So if you're doing a question and all your variables cancel out and all you're left with is some crazy -3 is equal to 8 or 7 is equal to -5 or whatever it is, the whole question, there's just no solution on it. There is no number that can work. And sometimes that happens. All right, let's get back down to ones where I know it's going to work. All right, this is cool. People don't like fractions, but all right, move that up. If you turn it, my solution is turn it into both sides into fractions, cross multiply and be done with it. 9 over 1 is equal to v plus 4 over v plus 12. Here we go, ones. So 9 times v plus 12 is equal to, now the other way, 1 times v plus 4. The whole point of cross multiplying is to get rid of that fraction. Don't start multiplying together at the same time. Don't do that. Just one step. Now we'll distribute. 9 times v is 9v. 9 times 12 is plus 108 is equal to v plus 4. Right, because I multiplied through by 1. Let's move the v's. Minus v. Careful. 9v minus v is 8v. Plus 108. Oh, goodness. Equals 4. Now, minus 108. 8v. 4 minus 8 is minus 104. And I don't know what 104 divided by 8 is. 15. Notice I didn't bother with the negatives. I just know my answer is going to be negative. And there we go. If you want to put in the negative sign when you turn the division. All right, let's look at this last one. It's also got a star beside it, which tells me it's a wonky question. So we won't know that until we get near the end. So let's see what happens. So 2x plus 6, nothing to do there. Distribute 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 2 is 6 minus x. Okay, still nothing to do here. 2x plus 6. 3x minus x is 2x plus 6. Now I'm going to subtract 6. And I get 2x is equal to 2x. And divide by 2. All right. So this is the other choice. So this one up here, there is absolutely no solution when you got 2 different things on the bottom here. This one, there are infinite solutions. And if I had done this differently, I might have got 6 equals 6 at the bottom and had the 2's cancel out. But this one's easier to understand, which means any number I pick, it's going to work. So let's try, I'm going to do a check. I don't know, I'm going to pick 3. That is completely random. So the usual choice, 2x plus 6 is equal to 3x plus 2 minus x. Plug in my 3. I'm not narrating as much as you guys know how to do this by now. Make sure when you're doing this, you're not in your check, you don't get to swap stuff left and right. Just do bed mass on both sides. So 2 times 3 is 6 plus 6. 3 plus 2 is 5 minus 3. So 12. 15 minus 3. 12 is equal to 12. Cool. But here's where it gets weird. I'm going to pick 5 just to show you what happens. 2x plus 6 is equal to 3x plus 2 minus x. Can't emphasize enough. If you're doing a check, please go back to the very first step of the original equation and start there. Two times 5 is 10 plus 6. 5 plus 2 is 7 minus 5. 16. 3 times 7 is 21 minus 5. And that's what I mean by infinite number solutions. It doesn't matter what number you pick. I could have picked a negative. I could have picked a decimal. It just would have been more work. But they'd always, always, always work out. So every once in a while, you'll see these weird equations that either have absolutely, like this one, no solution, where when you get to the end, you've got 2 things that are different that are equal, or you get basically x equals x, or you might get minus 6 equals minus 6, or 6 equals 6, and that has an infinite number solution. So whatever, that's all good, it works. All right, excellent. Good job, guys. Become amazing mathematicians.